the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Deion Waiters is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the home of the Thunder. We're broadcasting from the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Now we'll go to DB, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
And my first question was, what's the plan against Kevin Durant? Probably the premier scorer in the entire league. He said, well, it starts with trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Because once he catches it, you're kind of at his mercy. Guys, Durant's so long, he can just shoot over the top. When he does get the ball, expect to see some double teams.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
That's good. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against the Atlanta Hawks.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layup. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Reed the pass to Sullinger. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
Celtics have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Boston making a switch here. Both good from the line that time. Oklahoma City trailing. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
An interconference matchup. Last season, they went 2-0 against this club.
Hey, guys, when you got two teams like these on the playoff bubble, every game matters. This should be a good one.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And the Celtics making a change here. Zeller's checked in. Looking at Oklahoma City, they want to turn it around after the loss to Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
Shots good by Waiters.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
So the first quarter ends Clark tie game in a low scoring. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game. As we The Thunder shooting 43% from the floor. Taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Thunder. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Russell Westbrook out there with Dion Waiters. And it's McGarry in at the center. Rozier off the pick from Reed. Rozier the pass to Reed. Dishes it to Crowder. Nice shot from the wing. Now it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting, injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
Right side Durant. 5 on the clock. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
I don't think we can talk about him without also mentioning his tendency to just erupt and string together a bunch of baskets in a row in a real short period of time.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Cantor's checked in.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, the closer in the last outing against the Hawks provided a nice flip. He finished with 8 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
Thomas with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Thomas goes in. Pass to Reed. Back to Thomas. He feeds it to Crowder. No good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Westbrook with it. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. It's hauled in by Thomas.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. Well, you could see a change in the play with the Celtics after the trade deadline last year. Adding Isaiah Thomas gave them some pop off the bench and really created some balance for them offensively.
That is good.
You know, he got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup. He can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
And a nuke. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Thunder lead. The third quarter. Crowder with the steal. On the floor for Boston. Reed in a two-guard. Jay Crowder out there with Yaredko. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. And it's Sullinger in at the 5 spot. The shot's good from Reed.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
Here's Westbrook. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Crowder, the pass to Reed. Celtics passing it around. Sullinger, left side. There's the dish to Crowder. Clock at 6. The closer. And it's off from three-point range. Well, we were talking about max contracts. There are arguments to their benefits. Commissioner Adam Silver said last year that he feels they help with parity. What do you think?
You know, for the most part, I do believe he's correct. I mean, they do help with parity. For guys like LeBron and Durant, let's face it, the big max contract can be a hindrance. They're probably considered to be worth far more than they're paid. But it's going to be something that is debated back and forth throughout the next negotiations for the CBA.
A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list.
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And, you know, with Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there.
Passes it to Reed. Back to Bradley. Here's the closer. Here's Jerebko. Sinks the triple. Jerebko's got 5 points so far.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And one last note, guys, about Westbrook. He dunks on purpose. I mean, last season he said that he dunks so hard to discourage any defender from blocking his shot or even contesting him.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for Boston.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And it's good. Zeller's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
And here is Waiters. 16 points for him. The feed to Augustine. Here's the floater. That's good. Augustine's got 4 points this quarter.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
There's the pass to Reed. No luck. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Picked his pocket. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And Bradley gets it to go.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
The Thunder leading by 10. And Augustine kicks to Collison. Feeds to Augustine. He dishes it to Singer. Pass to Adams. He's against Zeller. Back to Singler. Just 5 to shoot. A 3-ball. Shot's good by Waiters. Waiters got 19 points. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 13. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injury. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those 3 was able to finish the season.
Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Deion Waiters is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the center filling out the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. And so here is Oklahoma City. 11-point game.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Westbrook against Thomas. 13 feet away. And that one's good. Westbrook. And the Thunder lead by 13.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game. You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happened. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Thomas, no good.
He's still looking for his first 3-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. From about 19 feet, that one wide left.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. So Crowder will go to the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Thunder?
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle. He urged his players to keep fighting, saying, we're right there, but the margin of error has shrunk. We've got to play aggressive and smart. Guys?
Pass to Reed. Shoots a three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Now here's Durant. He kicks to Waiters. He passes to Cannon. Releases. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Thomas dishes to Crowder. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Now here's Waiters, defended by Reed. Waiters passes to Cannon. It's stolen by Sullinger. Pass to Reed, fires for three. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight. Westbrook kicks to Waiters. Makes it off the glass. Waiters got 21. Celtics trail by 13. Thomas off a pick from Reed. And Thomas, here we go, kicks it to Sullinger. Excellent D from Cancer.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Thomas off a pick from Reed. Thomas passes to Reed. Dishes to Lee. And it's blocked. Outside Westbrook. He feeds it to Waiters. Tanner inside. Crowder with the steal. Thomas with the ball, and it's Waiters picking him up. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Last season, the Celtics had a solid 19-22 road record, Clark. Not the 500 mark most teams want, but a very good effort from a young team, and no one really expected that.
Yeah, and you think about this team that's still growing and has a lot of youth. I mean, that kind of road record, very impressive. Their fans should be feeling pretty good about what the future holds with this group.
Ibaka sets the pick for Durant. Outside Westbrook. In low to Ibaka. Comes up empty from the left block. Celtics trail by 13. The pass to Reed. The dish now to Sullinger. Pass to Reed. Trying his luck deep. That is good. The closer's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Waiters. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 12.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Reed. Connects on the 9-footer.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
The Thunder have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Westbrook kicks to Waiters. The feed to Durant. He dishes it to Ibaka. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this one.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little earlier.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
Ibaka sets the pick for Durant. Right side Durant. Taylor inside. Banked in off the glass.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy.